Hey, what's going on? Good morning, guys. Welcome back to your Lake Fork Guide. Let's talk about Lake Fork Megabass tournament happening tomorrow. Let's talk about what's going on with the lake, man. You guys are in store for a treat. You're probably out there pre-fishing right now today. If you're going to fish the tournament tomorrow, you're going to be in for something really, really fun, man. A lot of fish have just sprinted to the bank, man. A lot of fish paired up. Saw tons of pairs yesterday before the rain run us off the water. Even early in the morning, you could see them. There's a lot of obvious fish up shallow. There's a lot of fish spawning a little deeper. You guys should have good visibility conditions for tomorrow with the weather we're going to have. If you've never tried a Megabass tournament, never tried a Bass Champs tournament, it's something you're thinking you might want to do. This would be an excellent one for you to dip your foot in the water, so to speak. Bass Champs runs tournaments better than any other organization out there for the weekend guys, the team series guys, just the amateur, regular old dude that wants to try a bass fishing tournament. Bass Champs is as close to a professional experience as you'll get. I mean, they do everything. They go out of the way for you guys. I cannot say enough about Chad Potts and the rest of the crew over there. They do such a good job giving the regular, just working man fisherman guy a chance to fish a big-time feeling event. Megabass is certainly one of those with the big prizes every hour. You guys know what they are. They got tons of cash in these events. And right now, anybody, and I mean anybody, could roll around the corner and see the winning fish sitting on a bed. Like, it's out there to be had, guys. There is a ton of fish up on beds that have pulled up new moon earlier in the week. We're right at the peak of that pairing up window we talked about on the moon phase video. Man, it's go time, guys. It's time to get it. With that being said, let's talk about some baits for this weekend. Sight fishing. There's my sight fishing rig. 3/8 ounce weight, a little crawl bait, 3/0 offset straight shank hook, a little red bead for some noise clicking, and that bobber stop keeps that weight close to that bead. And when you shake it in that bed, give it that little rattle. It goes tick, 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 gets them to bite. So there's number one. Honestly, if I was fishing that tournament, that'd probably be the only rod I'd pick up. I would probably just look for fish on beds and only sight fish if I was fishing the event. But if you want to try to catch them without looking at them, that's a little more difficult because when you get so many of these fish locking on beds, they just don't want to do anything but be on the bed. But if you just don't like bed fishing, you don't feel like you're good at bed fishing, you want to try something else, here's a couple things to try. Bluegill colored swim jig. Bluegill colored swim jig, because there's a bunch of brim up there, right? So those fish are running away from brim. Or they're fighting off brim constantly. So when you buzz a bluegill colored swim jig by their bed, every once in a while, one will bite it. So bluegill colored swim, if you want to just swim a worm or something like that through there, or even a bluegill colored swim bait through there, that's fine. Also, been getting a bite or two here or there on an underspin with just a Smash Tech hollow belly. Hollow belly from Smash Tech, you can buy them at Lake Fork Marina. Phenomenal bait. If you've never fished one of these, check it out, dude. It's got so much wiggle. You've never had a little swim bait have as much wiggle as that little dude right there. Smash Tech hollow belly. It's been around for a while now. We've caught so many big fish over the years on Fork, and they're starting to bite it just a little bit. And as the weather continues to warm, the water continues to warm, they should bite it better and better day by day. Speaking of something they'll bite better and better day by day, as the water warms, get your frogs out, boys. There's plenty of stuff to throw a frog out. Right now, most of the fish are just swatting at a frog, but a lot of times a fish will swirl at a frog, and you can then go back in there with the old wacky worm, wacky rig trick worm, and watermelon candy, Mardi Gras. All those green colors with sparkling on them can work. Watermelon red, all that's good. If you really want to try to catch one big one and you don't want to sight fish, I suggest this right here. This is another bait by Smash Tech. This is their floating bluegill swim bait. You can actually get this really close to the cover because it floats, and you can see where it is at all times, and you can steer it around the cover, but you can see how realistic that bait looks. I mean, that looks like a little brim that's going to raid a bed, and it just hovers around their bed, and you can fish it just real slow swimming through there. That's a good way to catch a big one right there. Hey, there's your baits for the weekend. There's your conditions, man. Best of luck to you guys. Enjoy it. It's a great event. Thank you all to Bass Champs, and thank you to all you guys that are coming out to Lake Fork, showing the lake some love, showing the businesses around there some love. I've been fighting allergies all week. We appreciate you guys watching as always, man. We'll see you next time right here on your Lake Fork Guide.